Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of you and peace out to the rest of you. Black Heart, a sign of black, and again asking you to hit that share button. You understand why. The message is more important than the messenger. If you hit like or subscribe, thank you, but it's the sharing that I'm actually requesting. I'm going to try to speak fast, make this quick. One, to shorten the file, to shorten the length of it and to shorten or reduce the file size for you. That's one thing. But also, the other reason is because I got very little time. And I want to give a shout out first to BGS. Thank you, Blood. BGS, you killed it. Kobe and the Myth of White Womanhood. I need to listen to that one again. You killed it, bro. To the commentator underneath, Andrew Johnson. You killed it by putting the most important question in one sentence. You said in your comment, Brother Johnson, honestly, what black woman, in brackets, who are not white men swirlers, close brackets, would enjoy Disney and Disneyland the way Kobe would for a lifetime? Question mark. That killed everything. So, to the ones that want to attack Bryant and Bryant, meaning Kobe Bryant and Vanessa Bryant, and even got stuff to say about them babies, and don't have anything to say about all them non-celebrities that died with them, because they ain't famous and they ain't rich. I'm going to say this. I have been told before, don't keep it just about women and sex, Black Heart. Talk about business and money and other things. Well, the thing is, business is already, the business world is shaped by, or the market is shaped by white supremacy anyway. And that's why we walk into black businesses and ask for hookups and handouts and discounts, walk into a white business and pay full price and don't balk, or we just leave so they can take care of somebody else's needs. It affects us, it affects them, it affects everybody. The whole world's conditioned this way. Black-owned business gets less support unless no one knows it's black-owned. That's the only exception. That is the secret. You want to know how to own a black business and make it succeed? Don't let the public know that you own it if you're black. There's your secret right there. Now that I've given it to you, I can't use it myself because the competition will be too stiff. You're welcome. But I want you to succeed, not me, because me succeeding doesn't mean anything. It doesn't go against white supremacy necessarily. I'm too pale. It's like I've said before. There's only so much I can do psychologically against white supremacy with my phenotype. And I'm doing what I can. No, I want those of you with high melanin counts, men or women, to go into business, make money, and succeed. And do to people what they've done to us, good or bad, or in between. What I can help with is, if we had money tomorrow and power tomorrow, how would we treat different people? I'm the encyclopedia that will be able to tell you, this group of people here, you can treat this way based on what they used to do to us, and based on what is said about us when we're not around, or not said, good or bad. But that's another topic. Going back to the Bryants and those of you that want to attack them, let me explain this to you. That question right there says everything. You're not going in on swirlers, first of all. You have nothing to say to swirlers. You're letting swirlers off the hook again and again and again. You leave the swirlers to swirl. You come in on brothers who are marrying women that want to marry them, that like them. Kobe Bryant liked Disney and Disney World. Vanessa liked Disney and Disney World. Now let's flip the script for a second. Let's pretend that Vanessa Bryant was a sister. Same name, Vanessa Bryant. You know, just take away her maiden name and replace it with Milton, Jenkins, Jones. You get it. Now you got Sister Vanessa Jones. Okay, she could be a church sister. Along comes Kobe, tall, star athlete. Okay? And she's not even the celebrity that he is. But he likes Disney and Disneyland, and he tells her this. Matter of fact, let's make it easier. She says, "Oh, I like Disney and Disneyland. Won't you take me there?" The right answer for Kobe would be to say, "I don't really like it too much, but I'll take you there." That's the right answer for a black man to tell a black woman. She can like whatever the hell she likes. She has titties, so she can like whatever she likes, right? Junebug is only allowed to like basketball. football, rapping, dancing. That's it. Disney and Disneyland. If he says, I like it too, so I'll be glad to take you, oh, that'll get her riled up. Like, what's wrong with this dude? Now, we know about this. We understand this because we've been chasing and pursuing your country behinds ever since we got to this country. And before that, we were doing it back in the motherland. But we've been chasing you in your current form since we got to the Americas, since we arrived in the West. And look what it's gotten us. Now, that's if Vanessa Bryant had been Vanessa Jenkins, Vanessa Jackson, and he approached her and found out that both of them liked Disney and Disneyland. You understand? That's where the problem comes in. That's where the issue comes in. That's why brothers are saying, we out. We can't do enough to make these broads happy. We got to be the negative stereotype for these broads to be happy. Now, let's flip this again. Let's say that Vanessa Jenkins was talking on the phone to Charlie Bryant, a white guy. And he's not a basketball player. He's just a regular white guy with a regular job. He's allowed to like Disney and Disneyland. That's okay if he says it. If she can get past being seen out in public with him, which apparently is no big deal in California, he's in. He's good as gold. This is why brothers are doing what they're doing. Kobe Bryant went through with Brandy the same thing that many of us go through with regular ones of you. That's what we're dealing with. Brandy friend zoned him. I saw the video by Yo Mama Black, which was entitled, Was Kobe Bryant Attracted to Black Women? He took Brandy to the prom. He showed some interest. She friend zoned him, and he was nice about that. He didn't throw a damn fit. He didn't say nothing, even like what I'm saying. Apparently, I'm more bitter than he was. He didn't say a doggone thing bad about it. He was nice about it. He took that friend zoning. He walked up to Vanessa, and look what happened. Worst thing that nigga did was when he committed adultery, and she forgave him for it. I wouldn't have. I would have stoned him to death, but I would do that to anybody. It doesn't really matter who. If you can prove I committed adultery, cheated on my wife, stone me to death. I'm not doing it, but even if somebody can come along and make it look like I did, and it's convincing, and you're reasonable for believing what they say, go ahead and stone me to death anyway. Because that's the rules. But see, y'all ain't attacking him about that. My issue's been the adultery from the beginning, because before I was Muslim, that was my thing. Don't commit adultery. And if you do, don't brag about it. Don't tell anybody. Hide that stuff. Don't normalize it to the public. That's always been my thing, no matter what. But see, for you all, the sisterhood attacking you boom shikas and sapphires attacking Kobe, you don't, and even attacking his daughters who didn't do anything wrong. You don't understand. You not saying anything about the adultery, which he actually confessed to. You are using a false rape charge by a white woman. That's what you're using. And when I say false, I'm saying that because they couldn't prove it in court, and the prosecution actually decided that they weren't going to go forward with it. A prosecution in a white town against a black defendant for raping a white woman decided they did not have a case. What the hell does that tell you? I know what these white folks say, and I know how they think because they talk freely in front of me. It ain't no secret to me. You're niggers. Black man or black woman, you a jigaboo. Somebody says you did something, you did it until you're proven innocent. You know that. You sat up and said, we defended you, black man, when the rest of the world came against you. And some of you actually do get upset when bad things happen to black men. I applaud you for that, and I get upset when bad things happen to you. I'm not okay with what happened to Sandra Bland. Not at all. And I don't care how she acted with that white dude. I don't care if she pulled his gun out on him. I really don't care what she did, because this is he's part of the oppressing class. My issue with this is that when it comes down to the standards, they're not the same. You see, you don't care when it's a white dude what kind of negative stereotypes he doesn't meet, how much he doesn't scare off and intimidate other people. Doesn't matter to you. He doesn't have to. And you will let him provide for you safety by putting you in a safe area where you can go outside and get in your car and everything's okay. Because you don't realize that your next door neighbor is a secret member of the Ku Klux Klan. They'll put you in them areas. And you'll say, he provides for me safety and security. Let Junebug tell you the same thing. Let Shine come along and tell you the same thing. Sister, I'm going to put you in a safe area. That's how I'm going to protect you first. All the other stuff, the chest thumping, King Kong displays, that's for if somebody comes into that area against you. But in the meantime, I'm going to start by putting you in a safe area. That's the first thing. That's the first line of defense. And you like, you corny ass nigga with your Disneyland-liking self. The standards are different. And if you listening are one of the individuals that did not do this, that's fine. But don't act like nobody else does. If you're not doing this, you're not guilty. Very, very well. You know sisters that are, don't defend them. All you got to do is get out the way and let them get this work. Because you know they earned it, because you know what they're doing and what they're saying and what the standards they have are. Neck rolling, finger snapping, black man got to be King Kong, but a white guy gets to be a white guy. And he doesn't even have to be as well off as other white guys. Whatever white guy will take her, she'll take. That's what we're seeing right now. That's the hypocrisy that we're seeing. And that's exactly why it is that I'm coming out and I'm defending men, passport brothers and SYSBM men who may not even count me as one of them and don't have to. Simply because they're right and you're wrong. No other reason. That's it. That's why I'm doing it. Secondly, I also want y'all to understand that as a black man, let's say as a tiger with no stripes, or maybe as a leopard with no spots, I've been perfectly okay with the treatment that I received. I was fine with it. The differentiated treatment I mentioned before, when I realized what it was about, I was so pro-black and so militant, and still am, that I actually excused it. That's okay. My bitterness stems from the fact that other brothers who have never given you as good of a reason have to deal with the same thing from you. But then when they decide, you know what, I'm more appreciated over here, and they step out thinking they're doing you a favor, thinking you would be breathing a sigh of relief, they got to listen to you say all kind of nasty things. You think, number one, that every woman that's not chocolate with 4C hair is a white woman, and that they all have white privilege. That's the first mistake you've been making, Sapphire, Boom Chica, with your hard-headed selves. You'll sit up and say that Cardi B is black. You'll take her as though she's black. You'll take Nicki Minaj as though she's black. You tolerate them as though they're black. And even though they may have some black ancestry in them, I'm sure their DNA test would show this. You will accept them even though they will have said that there's something else. But you will get mad at Tyrese because he married a partially black woman without checking her social media to find out when she said that she was not black. You will do this. See, Tyrese, I don't think he knew that his wife said before that she was not black. Because if she wanted to marry him, she wouldn't tell him that. She would have kept that on the hush and hoped nobody saw it. Now, while you will do this, here's the funny thing. And you mad at Tyrese because he married a woman with her phenotype, and you let Serena Williams off the hook. Hold the motherfucking phone. Why is it that nobody has ever thought to at least ask the question about Vanessa Bryant's DNA? Because if I say, why do you take Nicki Minaj? You say, well, I bet you if you did a DNA test, some black blood would show up. Yeah, I think it probably would. I think more would show up if you did a DNA test on Cardi B. I'm sure. But no one ever thought to say, what about Vanessa Bryant's DNA? No one ever thought to say that. How much black blood would show up in her? Because when you meet a Mexican that cannot stand black people and they tell you that, you want to remind them of the possibility of their black blood, which is true. Now it's genetically proven. But when one of them benefits from a wealthy black man, financially speaking, even though other heirs are black, then you want to discredit the same possibility of black blood in the same genetic population. No. That smells like hypocrisy to me. You want to be validated in ways you think white women have been validated, and in ways they probably have been. It's like my man said on one of my comments. I'm trying to remember which one said it. It's like you've been cleaning her floors for so long that the fumes have driven you crazy. Get off of Kobe Bryant's case. If you're going to attack him, you have to attack him for the adultery, and you can only do that if you've been doing that from the very beginning. That's it. If you have not been attacking adultery from the very beginning, you can't say nothing about Kobe because you ain't got nothing else on him. However, let me ask this. See, there was a scholar and a sheikh, I forgot his name, but he once said, when he was defending the Sharia from charges that it's barbaric, he once said, the one who defends theft is a thief. The one who defends adultery is an adulterer. Now, the one who defends the thief may not know he's a thief. The one who defends the adulterer may not know that he or she is an adulterer. But if you defend the theft or the adultery itself, you were either a thief or you were an adulterer. That was quite poignant to me. I heard that years ago, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, the people that are going to talk bad about the Sharia, watch, they're going to drink the most, cheat the most, steal the most, lowest morals, and lo and behold, they do. So you're not willing to attack adultery, but you're willing to attack him marrying and letting his wealth go and be inherited by one non-black heir among a bunch of black heirs who herself may have black DNA. You're willing to do that. It makes me wonder, what is your stance on adultery? And why aren't you attacking that in general? Why did you ignore that? Is there something I need to know? Is there something your potential future husbands need to know? Because I would have thought you'd hate adultery first. I mean, he committed adultery with a white woman. Y'all ain't said nothing about that. Because you know damn well that many of you don't find it disgusting if you took the chance to cheat on your black husbands or your black boyfriends with white men. Not even Latino, but white men. Many of you are okay with that. So why should brothers now be so devoted? We don't have a reason to be. I hope this message is a benefit. But I hope one day it's not true anymore. Thank you for listening. Blackheart signing black out. Assalamu alaikum in black. Male power.